Do you see what I see?
He literally tweeted to the members of Congress.
The oldest profession on
you don't have to touch me.
is not.
He literally tweeted to these members, thank you for doing.
She says you don't have to touch me, and his response is, I did that nicely, as if how you touched her even mattered. So because you touched her nicely to make your point, that makes it okay. So your offense is somehow less of an offense because you, in your mind, thought it was done nicely. I think we may have a different interpretation of what nice is, because you touching her to make sure that you make your point isn't nice. It's nasty. But Angela knew what time it was, and she let him know what time it was.
I don't want you to touch me. That's my personal space.
I won't ever do it again. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen this before. This is the moment where instead of apologizing or taking accountability, he plays the dismissive victim part. I will never do that again, as if that was ever an option. You know, it reminds me of the many times that non-Black people ask Black women if that's their real hair, or to put their fingers to their hair and then want to play the victim or act like they're offended when the Black woman goes off on them. Or in a story I heard where a white coworker used the N-word in the story they were telling to a Black person, only to not be reprimanded and somehow play the victim because the Black person got upset because they weren't calling the Black person the N-word. They were just using it in a story. Or the many times when non-Black people just cannot seem to pronounce your name right after you tell them 100 different times. But then when you go off on them, somehow they're the victim. Somehow they're now offended. Let's be clear what this is. This non-apologetic and dismissive response is what happens when white privilege meets Black power. Angela Rye, happy Women's History Month.